passed the physically not emotionally prepared check. I'm going to try again to remember that hero points are a thing that exist. Because last session, you guys fought a spider. And not 5 minutes before, I was like, hey, hero points exist. Hero points allow you to re-roll bad rolls. And hero points also allow you to save yourself if you're dying. And like 5 minutes later, we're fighting the spider. Everybody's rolling terribly, and we've already forgotten. All of us across the board forgot that hero points exist and that we have them. So now you guys have three of them. I mean, you might as well have 16, okay? For the likelihood that we're going to remember to use them. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. In the moment, it's so hard, though. But at this moment, that's on my list of things to try to be more effective about as a game master. I also added notes to our Fantasy Grounds setting. I didn't do any of the stuff that I wanted to do with the Alchemist because I'm lazy. And it was busy. So Fumbus is still Fumbus. But I did
Don't worry about it.
I did confirm that all of the things that you get to craft on a daily basis, you don't have to pay for that. They're freebies.
Okay.
You only have to pay for things outside of that, like unusual things that you're crafting, that you're using your craft skills for. But if it's for things in your alchemical recipe book, and it's part of your whatever 5 daily you get, it's for freeze. So
Okay.
you have so many potions right now.
Yes, yeah, because you worked out how many I'd have with our rest.
I think y'all had like 10 days of downtime.
Yeah.
Up in Otari, where Harsk just ate all the fish, and Mary took naps or something. Worked on her thieving connections. I'm not sure what Mari did. Mary did. I'm saying Mari because reasons. You know why I'm saying Mari instead. But Mary, yeah. Mary did whatever Mary does. Yeah, because during, I guess, there was a spider combat and there was a combat against some undead things.
Oh, cracky, I actually took notes on the last session.
You got a little, well, you tell me what you did then. What did
Teacher's pet.
What did we learn last session?
I didn't mean to do that. Fight the spider, killed it. Mary checks the spider's area where it was and finds a healing potion and a short sword with an emerald embedded in it. Yes, so we followed the passage. There was a split. We went the way of some noise and we found a room with flickering blue flames around it and coffins and a big coffin in the middle, sarcophagus. And us being us, we decided to open it. And there was a body inside it with a shield. My stupid character Fumbus decided to poke the shield, and the body was actually a zombie and attacked, and we had skeletons pop out of the other coffins. But we managed to kill them. And that's when we decided we were going to go back to town and rest and heal and sell the sword and the shield. And then when we are ready to go back to where we were, we head down the southwest tunnel and we see a ledge with a large double door. That's where we had to climb up, I think, to investigate that. But we found an altar inside holding some water, and there was an effigy of a squid head, and Fumbus decided to lick the water and rolled well that time and got a bonus to prevent critical damage, but I think that, oh no, because we've come back so it won't have expired. And then Hask tries the water and fails the save and is sickened. And we decided to leave the bowl where it was, and we left the room and we climbed back down, and that's where we were.
I forgot about that. So you guys all have those effects that should be on you still, because that's only been about 10 minutes. And they lasted an hour? So for Fumbus, it's that you can neutralize any critical hit against you, right?
I can't remember.
For the remaining hour? Let me look at that again.
Where would I find my effects?
I don't think manually. I think that's something we have to, for your benefit, I think we have to remember it manually.
Okay, I
It
can't remember what you said it was. Yeah.
Also a healing potion. But y'all were all topped off. This is the first thing you checked out after downtime up above. So, you just got this sense that there were also healing properties if it didn't sit badly on your stomach like it did with poor Harsk.
I'm not feeling so good.
I feel
So,
great.
so you're sickened, which means you get a -1 status penalty to all your D20 rolls. Your
Sorry.
armor class and your spell DCs until the hour has passed. And I think I did set up that as an effect. Or it
I
already
should've.
existed.
If not, I should have just casually not mentioned that, and then DM would have forgotten all about it. Sorry.
Harsk, theoretically sickened. And I don't
That
think
cough
I
was
have...
timed perfectly.
Was it? Ugh. Ah! 'Tis the season of the allergy air.
Oh
Oh.
my god, it is. Does anybody remember off the top of their heads how to move the dice? Because they've gotten set up in the middle of my screen.
It's because the default size of the screen is small, where the rest of us are big. But yeah, if you right-click the top left, it should allow you to unlock the dice and move them around your space. The same thing goes for your dice tower. That's probably hidden somewhere around the middle of the screen.
Oh, I've got the dice tower, but I'm not able to... Oh wait, reset position. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, it says unlocked, but it's not let it... I move them and then they just move back to where they were. Well, they'll just be there.
I had to wait for a little box to appear around it.
Yeah, in the top left. And usually even then you can only grab it like around the top left to move it.
It's
You're talking
very
about
finicky.
the very top left up where our pictures are?
Top
No,
left of the dice
of the
area.
dice box area.
Oh, duh. Oh, there it is. Yay, thank you.
Now for the bonus was, as a reaction, when you're hit by a critical attack, turns the critical success into an ordinary success. So it deals normal damage instead of double damage. That one I think we have to remember because I don't know if I have it set up already.
Reply later.
The only things that I have added manually are your Cheetah's Elixir and the Elixir of Life, theoretically, which I don't even know if they work because I didn't finish that, setting them up as spells. So let's try to remember that along with hero points. Write in big letters.
Yes, I noticed Harsk had 3 hero points, and I'm trying to remember what they do.
They're like inspiration. So you can reroll any d20 if it's bad. Reroll your attack rolls, reroll saves, reroll skill checks.
That would have come in handy last time.
Yeah, but we forget. And you can also, if you are in a state where you're dying, you can spend all your hero points and undie. So that you become
I'm not
stable.
feeling so great. That might come in handy this time.
I just put big letters on my notepad. Fumbus, no crits. Maybe I'll remember what that means later.
That's Hask, not me.
No, wait. No, Harsk is sickening. That's taken care of. But Fumbus, you're the one who had a good benefit, and the benefit was you don't get crits.
Oh, I don't get crits on me.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. That was the good thing. Okay, so all that stuff happened. You climb back down. Actually, as you were leaving this little shrine, you left the bowl where it was because after some experimentation, you found out that it just pretty much turned into like a fancy silver bowl and just normal water when you took it off of the altar. So you decided to just leave it there and not mess with like Squid Face, whoever that is. But as you were climbing down the ledge, leaving this little forgotten shrine behind. Somebody tripped and brought the other two down with you, so everybody got a little bump of damage as you tumbled ingloriously onto the cavern floor below. And now you're in this tunnel that's kind of heading further southwest, coming from the northeast where you were before with the barricade that you expertly dismantled and the undead things and that web of spiders and the whole shebang underneath the fish factory in Otari. You're trying to discover the source of stolen fish. Like, who is stealing the fish from the fish factory? And so far, you've only found a spider, some undead stuff, some giant rats, and Harsk has determined some signs that there are kobolds somewhere scurrying about. As you further explore this dungeon, are there any actions you want to take as you are making your way through this tunnel?
What actions is there?
I mean, I guess I'd poke Harsk and say, "You see any tracks?"
Yeah,
Oh, do I see any tracks?
checking for traps.
Also, should I be seeing a map?
Yes, but I can reshare it. You can click
Tracks.
on your character sheet. If you click on your personal icons, it'll usually open you up to where your character is on a map.
And I've got 2 on mine, so it's the one on the right, the one that says token. Oh, it's just gone.
I just reshared.
Okay.
Maybe that. What did I do?
That's really weird because I'm still not seeing it.
I thought I
Yep,
shared
there
the
we go.
record. I thought I shared the record, but it kicked you guys out. I might have hit the wrong button. Not paying attention or something.
Anyway, I said tracks, not traps.
Oh, check for tracks. Yes, Harsk can check for tracks. Do a survival check and look for tracks of any creatures that you might recognize. Because that's where you saw before when you first entered this subterranean lair. That's how you found some kobold tracks in the basement of the fish factory.
Out of character, I'm still feeling very conflicted that I think Harsk would be someone who would have no qualms whatsoever about eating a kobold. But for the survival check, in the tower or out?
You can do it out. Okay, with the 13, it's not quite high enough. You're not picking up any specific foot traffic. It's probably because you guys fell and it just knocked up all of the dirt underfoot and ruined any signs of tracks in your immediate vicinity. So, Harsk, you struggle to get a lead on, exactly what kind of creature has been trafficking in this tunnel other than your butts.
Well, my butt does create a lot of traffic.
You can definitely pick out the butt marks of like an elf and a dwarf and a goblin, but that's the limit of it.
I have the biggest butt marks.
I'm opening up this list of exploration actions in the notes. Avoid notice, which is basically your stealthin'. Moving half speed, stealthin', being like, do not pay attention to me, we are not here. You can also move in a defensive way, which, oh, you guys don't have a shield. I don't know if that applies to you guys since none of you carry a shield. I don't know if it relies to that or not. You can hustle. You can be like, hey, we're in a hurry. We don't have time for this. And just zoom, zoom, zoom on ahead.
I mean, I think I'm trained in survival as well, so does that mean I could do a track?
If you're trained in survival?
Is that the T? Is that the T? Yeah.
Yes, that means you're trained.
Okay.
I think you could try to track something. Yeah, I don't think that's it's restricted to someone who is trained in survival, but 14 is still not good enough.
Mama!
It was a 15 DC.
Oh,
Oh!
Well, I guess then Mary will try as well, but she wants to check for traps as well.
You can
Okay,
also
I'll
just
check.
scout, and if somebody is actively scouting, then everybody in the party gets a +1 circumstance bonus to their initiative rolls if you find trouble. You
Okay.
can, but if Mary's looking for traps, you're going to be searching. You're going to be seeking meticulously for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so on.
Yeah.
So make a a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't actually say the thing that I wrote down about this, but hey, that makes sense.
Hey, that'll do.
Perception-wise, you're not detecting any traps. However, you do get a sense. I'm not gonna say this is like tracking specifically because you're not identifying what it is, but you feel like there's been some traffic moving in a southwesterly direction.
Okay. I let the rest of the party know, since the other two can't see the stuff.
You find like one little fish body, dried fish,
Mine.
the bones. Yeah, just hand it over to Hars.
I don't think we'd have even had a chance to get to it.
Well, like Harsk was so busy looking at the butt prints that he didn't notice it right away. So
Right.
it was left to Mary to like say like, "Oh, this is Harsk's territory," and hand it over.
Thanks, Mary. Down the hatch.
So all we've got is a fish corpse. That's it.
You found a fish corpse, so
We don't have it anymore.
something with the stolen dried fish has been moving through this tunnel.
So if
Well-
we carry on going this way, we're likely to come across the person.
So you're still looking for traps. Is anybody going to be like scouting ahead?
Oh, I guess I could scout.
Okay, you roll a perception check. And do it in the tower.
Okay.
Harsk, as you get over the whole fascination with the butt prints in the dirt,
Takes a while.
as you're gnawing on the fish bones, it seems to invigorate you because your ears prickle and twitch, and there's this telltale sound in your ear, kind of a that you hear coming from the southwest.
Sounds like dinner. I think I hear kobolds that way. And I point southwest.
Oh, cool.
Now,
Let's go find them.
as you proceed, are you guys going to rush forward, or are you going to be sneaky? Are you going to stealthily approach?
Well, Mary obviously wants to be stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with trying to sneak.
That's good with me. I'm not overly sneaky, but I don't like to go very fast.
Everybody roll a stealth check in the tower.
Hang on a minute. I had to uncover the tower.
Okay. As you tippy-toe down the tunnelway, you approach a large room that looks like it was once a storeroom for the building above, or maybe a neighborly building above, but it's fallen into disuse. At the far side of the room to the south, you can make out what might have been a cage or a cell at some point, but it's now full of crates and barrels. There are 4 lizard-like creatures the size of human children clustered around the door to the cell, trying to pry it open.
I take it they've not seen us.
I'm checking some. No, none of them. They're all so occupied, and I'm going to make them visible.
Do they have a lot of meat on their bones?
They look a little bit plump and juicy. I've just shared a picture. They're all like huddled around this door to the barred gate that is blocking off several of these crates. You can see that there's several crates and boxes that seem to have been torn apart, and it's just refuse. But they're so intent. They're like, it's tricky.
You do a great kobold.
She really does.
And they totally have not noticed you. So stealth is working to your advantage right now.
What's going to be our best bet? Fumbus is going to hold up a flask quietly and just shake it at the other 2 and sort of shrug as if to say, shall I throw something at them?
Then they'd know we were here.
Isn't that the whole idea, that we have to get them?
Well, yeah, but do we want to try sneak attack first or sneak up on them? I don't know. What do we think?
I mean, Fumbus wants to burn them with fire, so...
Oh, roast kobold. Excellent idea.
Fumbus is probably thinking if Fumbus lets Mary sneak up on the kobolds, that means Mary will just be in the way of Fumbus throwing stuff at the kobolds.
Okay, well, we'll let Fumbus chuck some.
Well, I mean, you could position yourself off to one side, ready to move in afterwards if you wanted.
There is rubble on the east side of this room, so maybe Mary could take cover behind this rubble and use it to her advantage.
Okay, there's something going on with my map, because like every time I move, it just goes black, and then I have to close it and reopen it again.
That might be line of sight business, so you might want to click on yourself.
Oh, that works.
And then unclick, yeah. That definitely affects your visibility. Normally, I don't have this stuff turned on in our Dungeons and Dragons games. I'm usually not bothered with setting it up. But on a pre-made adventure like this, a lot of times the walls have been set up. So your visibility will be affected by
and I'm hiding
how you're
in
highlighted.
The rubble.
Yeah, you're hiding in the rubble. Yeah. Well, totally. Because you had a good sneak thing, and they had such a terrible perception roll that they have no idea that you're there.
Cool.
I'm just readjusting the map a little bit to zoom in on you guys and your action.
All right. I'm trying to remember what my range is for this. Hang on. 20. Okay.
Harsk, what would you like to do? Would you also like to take cover by the rubble? Are you just kind of hunkering down at the top of the stairs, readying some action?
Oh, I'm going to wait and see what happens and see if Mary turns these into crispy critters I can shish kebab.
Maybe smelling for fish.
That's a wonderful idea.
Do a perception check, Harsk. You can be out in the open. Even with the 13, you can tell that there's these kobolds, they have some dried fish on them. and you're pretty sure that whatever those barrels and crates that are inside the locked cage, you feel like those are filled with fish. There's a stank.
I'm wondering if I should ask Fumbus to restrain me so I don't rush in and do a Leroy Jenkins and ruin everything.
For the fish!
For the fish!
At Hearst, you can also overhear. You can hear the little kobolds talking there. Fish, 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 fish!
Wow. Kobolds and fish, it's like dinner and dessert.
Yeah, let me at him! Okay. So as you've snuck up onto these kobolds that are busily jimmying the gate, trying to unlock it, they keep fumbling and arguing amongst themselves. Mary has hidden in the rubble to one side, waiting for her chance to get him good. Harsk is also kind of like waiting for their moment, but also salivating at the thought of more dried fish to plunder.
Or roasted kobold.
Or roasted kobold. One or the other. There's going to be snacks after whatever happens next.
I mean, it's okay raw too, but if you can burn them, all the better.
I'd do my best.
Get a nice char on the outside. So Fumbus, you're coming up and you're going to what? You're going to attack them with a vial of your alchemist's fire?
Yeah, I'm going to have to sneak a bit closer, so I need to be about there to be able to hit the guy, the number 3, which should... I am right in thinking this has got a splash effect, yeah?
Yeah,
God,
I think it does have a
details.
splash effect. I don't remember like how much of it is until I actually read the item again.
Increase the radius of the bomb splash damage, if any, to 10 feet. So is that the bomb or did... Oh, bollocks.
Your bomb.
My bomb. Hang on. Sorry. Where's my lesser alchemist fire? Is it that one? It's that one.
So it does 1d8 fire to your target, and then everybody else gets +1 persistent fire damage.
Okay.
So like take 1 point of fire damage each round as the crow flies.
Okay, then if I go for 3, if it hits, it should also hit everyone else as well.
Crows flying have absolutely nothing to do with alchemist fire. I'll just put that out there. I don't know why I said that.
Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed, people. Ooh!
Yay!
Woo! 25! Let me double check something. Let me look at the
That was terrible damage, though.
1d8.
Oh, is that the...
You rolled a 1? Wait. Oh, did you do an acid flask? Oh, you did an acid
Oh,
flask.
no. I've just have I just pulled the wrong thing? I've pulled the wrong...
You
You're
did.
doing my trick.
It don't matter.
You did, but let me look at
Acid
something.
works instead.
I would assume that was like a success or a critical success. Okay, it was just a success. It was really close to being a critical success. So
Okay.
I was like, ooh. So,
I mean, damage is damage. It still does the splash damage, doesn't it? So...
Did you want to treat it as an acid, or did you want to treat it as fire, though?
Well, I did want to treat it as fire.
So re-roll for the fire damage.
Do I have to do the hit as well, or the attack as well?
No. But it's a 1d8 rather than whatever the 1d6 you rolled.
That's true.
So instead of 1, it's 3. So I'm going to change this to 3 damage.
Thanks. I'll be more careful about what I pull across next time.
And I mean, I've totally forgotten how all your things work. And
Zap.
where the hell are all your recipes? She asks. The game master asks. The person who maybe should know something about the game.
Recipes.
Oh, I guess it's just in your inventory. There's no. That's another thing I had a problem with. There's no like recipe book for all your recipes, so it's willy-nilly. Okay, just double checking how this works. Alchemist fires a combination of blah, 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 blah. So the bomb deals 1d8 fire damage, 1 persistent damage, and 1 fire splash damage. Okay, so the guy you hit gets 1 persistent damage, and then there's 1 fire splash. And what radius was it? A 10-foot radius, a 20-foot radius? I just want to make sure that all these kobolds are affected before I give them all a damage.
Well, this Archives of Nessus thing says. Oh, where was it? Let me go back.
I'm interpreting it as all of the kobolds get 1 damage at least right away, but the one that you hit
Gets the actual damage.
number 1 gets the damage and the persistent damage.
Right. That's kind of what I thought as well. I can't see where I found that 10-foot thing now.
I think that's good enough because they're all adjacent. Oh, let me adjust something in the effects on this little kobold. Oh, and let me change the music to battle music.
Oh, I didn't even know there was music.
Oh, do I need to share it?
Probably just I haven't clicked on it. Hang on.
I'll paste a link.
Yeah, it's working, the same one as from last time.
Just in case Eva doesn't have it, because it might have changed during the D&D game. I'm sorry being so slow. I'm removing the acid effect on this kobold that's affected to make sure they only have the fire.
I mean, I don't mind if they have fire and acid damage, but I'd probably be unfair.
Now, everybody, roll initiative, and Mary, you will use stealth for your initiative roll instead of perception.
Does that mean she rolls stealth from her skills then?
Yes. Or actually, I think it might be on your front sheet for initiative as well. I think there's a value.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, bloody hell. You know.
I think it's
Amazing, isn't it?
6
when
of
you
one,
know
half
that
dozen of the other. But we've just confirmed that Mary goes first.
Okie doke.
So, I mean, I didn't officially say it, but I'm going to say that you are hidden, and the kobolds are unaware. You're undetected.
Okay, so I could potentially sneak down to this little gap.
Yeah, so on your first attack against a kobold, they are going to be treated as flat-footed, and you will get sneak attack damage if you hit.
Okay, so, right. My short sword. Oh, shit, how do I do this again?
We do it so well.
Ooh, that one nearly a 20.
Man, 25! I mean, that's definitely a successful hit. But it's also really close, just shy of being a critical hit.
And do I get sneak attack?
Yes, you do. You get your sneak attack
1d6,
damage.
innit?
Yep, an additional 1d6.
How do I do that? Just roll it in the thing?
If it didn't do it already... It didn't do it already? Well, that sucks.
Let me see.
You can hit the flat-footed button. If you see those buttons, there's one that says flat-footed. It might do the damage for you. Actually, no, it won't because it's too late. Just roll a d6 and I'll apply it. Woo! 3 additional damage from your sneak attacking.
Excellent. Right, so that was one attack. So for my second action thing, should I have another jab at it, or should I do something else?
For your second attack, you can attack it at the -5. I'm trying to figure out which. Let me adjust my combat tracker because it's not. I can't read the little numbers. There we go. Oh, there's the guy. Actually, with that sneak attack, you have dropped the kobold.
Nice.
Well, there's one for your husk.
Yeah, it was a palpable hit. So Mary, you expertly have snuck up behind this kobold and stabbed it right in the back of the neck, and it's just and just collapses.
Nice.
So you will have to use an action to move closer, to stride closer, or step closer, I guess. Step over the body of the kobold that you just dropped to attack another one of these kobolds.
But then the third attack would have the super minus, wouldn't it?
Would have the -5. Because the step, that only applies to, the multi-attack happens as you take attack actions. So, you've done one attack. You could step closer to your next target, and it would still only be your second attack if you used your third action towards that. So it would be -5, but it wouldn't be -10. You could also decide to do one of those things, like create a diversion and distract all the kobolds away from you, because they might be noticing you're there now. You could also try to hide back behind the cover of the crates along the east side of this room.
Okay. What? So yeah. What?
And that would be a two-parter. Like, you would like hide as one action to duck behind the cover, and then you would sneak as a second action to become undetectable, so that the kobolds have no idea where you are anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. So roll a stealth check in the tower. Or I guess you don't have to do it in the tower. I mean, I'm not totally straight on all the things that need to be secret and all the things that can be out in the open. 13. Let me roll some numbers. Because I was gonna say, if you had at least 15, you were good. Okay, only one of the kobolds notices that you're around. Two of them. So funny enough, the two kobolds that are closest to you do not notice that you're there.
Oh.
So you've successfully hidden from them behind the rubble.
Okie doke. Right. So that's me done, yeah.
Do another stealth check to sneak further away from those other two kobolds. This would also mean the one that spotted you might completely lose track of you as well. Or not completely, but like lose track of where you are in the rubble.
Okay. And that's me done now.
All right. So with the 20. Yeah. So the kobolds, they're like, what's that? What happened to Pooks? With the dirty 20 as your second stealth roll, not only are the two kobolds that are closest to you, Mary, they have no idea that you're there anymore. The one that spotted that somebody was around has kind of lost track of where you are in the rubble.
Cool.
And that one lets out, "Ah, we're not alone! Ah! Fish thieves!" And the other one's, another one is like, "Aren't we fish thieves? Yeah, but they're stealing for us!" And so the kobolds, you know, they're calling amongst each other. They're starting to be on guard, but they're so confused because they don't know what direction you're coming from. Harsk, you're next.
Oh, well, let it never be said that I shied away from taking out my own dinner. I am going to come up here to this kobold right here, and I am going to swing my dwarven war axe at him. So the one that I use is the +6, correct? It shows up.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the first attack, it's the first number.
Why is it not letting me drag it?
You can drag the number, but not the other stuff. Like, look at your character to describe it more fully.
Yeah, every time I try to drag, it's dragging the whole thing for my attack roll.
It should allow you to drag the +6 over to something.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Oh.
Now, so
I'm
you
embarrassed.
Swing wide. You swing wide. The kobold that you aim for goes, "Yeah! Beauty!" And you're like, "Yark!"
Yark! I'm a big kobold. Yark, yark.
You're startled
I
by
was-
the yark.
I was swinging at a fly over your head. That's it. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
At this point, you still have 2 actions, but now you
Oh.
start to suffer multi-attack penalties if you.
Oh,
continue
so next
swinging
I would
your
have to draw use the +1 and then the -4.
Right. So you can do other things, though. There are some other things that you have at your disposal that you can choose to do instead. Like, you could shove a kobold away from you, meaning that kobold's going to have to use one of their actions to try to get back to where you are. You could use a grapple. You could try to grapple a kobold and use the power of hugs to prevent that kobold from being able to do anything.
I love that.
And render them flat-footed so that Mary would automatically get sneak attack damage on it.
Okay, what about if I pick up this kobold in front of me by his feet and swing him and knock the other kobolds over so they're all prone and have disadvantage?
You could try to grapple the kobold, and if you successfully grapple the kobold, you could wield them as a weapon on a second attack.
Okay, what do I need to grapple? Strength check?
Do an athletics check.
In the tower or out?
Do it. You can do it out.
Grapple! Grapple!
An 11, however, I do not think it's going to be good enough. Just want to double check now that I've told you can grapple what I need to double check. Because I think I just decide the DC, and I would have decided 15 as the average value for this kind of stuff. But I want to double check.
I'm picking different dice colors because, yeah, my dice don't cooperate with me. There, I'll use meat brown.
That sounds horrible.
Especially since I'm vegetarian. Harsk is definitely not.
Gets the target's fortitude DC. So let me do a fortitude saving throw with the kobold.
So I need to do a saving throw, or the kobold's doing a
I
saving
need
throw?
to. The kobold's saving against your 11. And the
Oh,
kobold,
Oh,
rolled a
that just
23.
freaking rolled over from a 3, you jerk.
I know, I thought it was going to be there, and it would have, you would have succeeded. But no, just when you think you got this little tricky kobold, it dodges out of the way and gets slippery. Not today!
Rumble.
But you still have one more thing you can try to do. So you can try to either grapple the kobold again,
That's what I'm thinking.
Go for another hug, or you can go ahead and take an attack, or you can shove them. You can step away from the kobold, thereby also forcing them to use one of their actions to move toward you.
In
They wanna
Pathfinder,
attack.
would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No, most creatures don't get attacks of opportunity, and step is a thing,
Like that.
and is an action you can take that doesn't trigger reactions.
Well,
just-
knowing
You're
Harsk,
carefully moving away 5 feet, and the only restriction on step is you can't do it into difficult terrain. But this is clear floor where you are.
just think in character Harsk is really, 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 really mad that kobold he almost successfully grappled and then it went bad at the very last minute when that dice rolled over.
I do get
He's
a little
not
bit
thinking
of a,
step away.
I
He's
get a
thinking
little bit of
wild
a hooker
swing.
vibe. Or wild swing? You think he's mad?
He saw that he nearly grappled that kobold and lost it at the last second. He's mad.
So it's like, you're not going to let me love you. I'm just going to respond with fury.
Yes. So
Okay.
this time I'm using a +1 instead of a +6, correct?
Okay, and you're gonna wield your axe against this kobold.
Yes. Eat my axe! That sounded better in my head. Oh.
Aww,
No, I don't think I
No.
want to use a hero point.
you could though. They're there, and I'm glad you remembered them. I almost feel like I should give you a hero point for being the first person to remember hero points.
Remember we had
In
them.
fact, that's what I'm
If
gonna
it's
do.
a free hero point, okay, I will use my free hero point.
Yeah.
Now, I'm using a -4 this time though, right?
I'll dock you back down to 3, but you got a free hero point for remembering their hero point.
But I mean, as far as the swing, since I'm re-rolling, is that still at a +1 or am I going to the -4?
It's still the +1.
Okay.
You just get to re-roll again and see if you can do better than a 10.
Death to kobold hors d'oeuvres!
Oh!
Wow.
And the hero
Wow.
points.
First, the kobold's dice rolls from a 3 to a 19, and then mine rolls from a 20 to a 2.
Yeah.
Clearly, this game has defective dice.
I feel like
Hars is fuming right now.
Fantasy
but
Girls
that's
is
my
not
turn.
helping me reinforce the good points here.
I am going to the black dice because my mood is now black.
Throw us a little bone here to reinforce that, yeah, people should use hero points. That's a good thing. Man, oh man. Okay, well that's 3 actions, so that's your turn. But I feel like we're starting to shake things up a bit.
I will glower menacingly at the kobolds, and that's about all I can do.
It is now one of the kobolds' turns. The kobold, being adjacent to you, it lets out a little shriek. Get out, guys! Help us surround them! And this kobold dodges around you, Hars, to your backside, and takes a swing. Or it tries to jab you with its spear.
Oh boy, I don't like being jabbed. Why are their dice rolling over the right way and mine are rolling over the wrong way?
They're like red Pathfinder Beginner Box colors, and I think there's some magic there. So yeah, it hits this kobold, strikes you with its spear with a 19 and jabs it right in your backside. It's like, hoo-yah!
Ow. That's awfully personal.
Doing 7
damn.
damage.
Wow.
7 damage right up the butt. And
You're
you're
still
like,
gonna be lunch.
That's gonna hurt.
yeah! Booyah! Kobold sees that Fumbus is to the side, and it's like, oh man, there's more than one! And it's like, doesn't quite know what to do. It just tries to jab Hars one more time in the butt.
Why are these kobolds so fascinated with my butt?
Oh,
for
man!
fuck's-
Oh.
It is a natural 20, but like, this, I don't think this counts as a critical success
Can I use a hero point to make the kobold reroll?
I'm not sure. I mean, I might need to double check that. Let me double check just to make sure you can. I wasn't going to count it as a critical hit anyway because of the penalty that it had on its attack being the multi-attack. It was still only an 18, so not like so high. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe
it says critical in the thing. Sorry, Half.
Maybe. Okay.
Sorry.
Mary's sat behind a pile of rocks giggling to herself.
Yeah.
Easy for you to laugh. You don't have spears up your butt.
You can spend a hero point on behalf of your familiar or animal companion.
Maybe I should have befriended the kobold and then attacked it.
No, just this re-rolling checks and stuff. It doesn't look like you can apply it to your enemies.
It was worth a shot.
There's probably some effect that allows people to do that. Just not hero points. Oh, I screwed up my little display thing. I hate it when I do that. Let me double check something. Okay, so it is kind of treating it like it's supposed to be critical attack damage. I'm just going to roll the damage on Harsk and see what happens.
This is gonna hurt! Oh!
Okay, so 9 points of damage. Harsk, your butt is looking mangled.
Yeah, I'm looking at my hit points and I have 5 hit points out of 22 left and I'm not feeling so good right now.
It's a good thing Fumbus has some potions.
Do I have some potions?
I think you
I
do,
would need
yeah.
to wait for my I would need to wait for my turn to take a potion though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have 1 minor elixir of life and yeah, I'm going to be using it.
Alright, I've got
As soon as
12.
I can. Oh wow.
I stocked up on that 10 days of resting.
You're my best friend, Fumbus.
Okay. So after like I screwed up my whole my like layout, we're back. Okay, that's that kobold's turn. Fumbus, it's your turn.
Okay, so seeing that Hask has got spears stuck in his butt and he's not looking too good, can I do an action of giving him an elixir, or does that count as him still doing his action?
But you can use an action to feed him up. You'd have to like put it to his mouth and be like, "Here, drink this, buddy."
Okay, so I'd have to go next to him.
Yeah, so you'd use 1 action to move next to Harsk and a second to feed him a potion.
Okay,
And
then
then you could do what you want with your third. Also, a question. The persistent damage, does that happen at the end of your turn?
Oh shoot, hang on. Doesn't actually say. Well, I'll try to find it.
Honestly, I don't know either.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It's not helpful. It just says 1d8 fire damage, 1 persistent fire damage, and 1 fire splash damage. It doesn't say if it's
Part of
on
me wants to think it's at the beginning of their turn.
of their turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm going to pretend that that's correct.
Okay. Until we know otherwise, that seems fair.
And I'm just
Okay.
like holding on that maybe Fantasy Grounds will do something automatically for us so we don't have to think.
So, if I've done 1 action to move, other action to give pour an elixir into Hask's mouth.
Roll for what you heal Harsk.
Okay. Hang on, buddy!
I'm hanging. I
crap.
helpfully open my mouth.
Oh, nuts!
Wow, that is terrible.
What?
I
There's-
still don't feel very
There's no
good.
plus there? There's no plus?
Nope.
Well, for crying out loud!
I know, it's just a 1d6.
So Harsk, You open
Oh no!
your mouth.
And the bonus is +1, so it would be
Okay,
2.
so it's 2. But still,
Yeah, sorry.
Harsk, you open up your mouth expectingly like a little baby bird, and Bumpus gets on tippy toe. Bumpus gets on
mental
tippy
image.
toe and pours the elixir into your waiting mouth, and you heal for 2 whole hit points. And you're like, I'm kind of underwhelmed.
Yeah, underwhelmed is a good way to describe how I'm feeling right now.
But-
Underwhelmed and underhealth.
But you do get 2 hit points back.
I'm trying to look at the flask and then look in it and shake it and then sniff it.
You're
Well, it looks
healthy.
good. Right. So if I... Sorry.
Pugs
If I-
issue.
If I do my third action to attack the kobolds with another flask, do I still use my first attack roll then, yeah?
Yes, because you haven't
Right.
you haven't used an attack action so far, so
Okay.
no penalties apply.
Then I'm going to go for the same one I tried to hit... Well, I did hit last time, so... Ah, missed.
The 15 just misses. You can use a hero point to try again, though.
I could, couldn't I? Do I'll stuff it, why
You
not?
totally could.
Right, hang on. Oh, I hope this works. Oh, you motherfucker!
Oh my god! The hero points, I think, are mean girls. These hero points are not helping.
Fumbus stomps around and swears under his breath, and he's not happy.
It's like the hero points don't realize that they're supposed to actually be helping you, be heroes. I'm going to write a letter to the manager or something. To the Fantasy Grounds RNG.
Right,
Go all Karen on their asses.
So that's Bumpus's turn.
that is me done.
So the one kobold that has a vague idea that Mary even exists looks around, and it uses its turn to try to track what direction Mary might have been. So it's gonna roll a perception check. Mary, roll another stealth check. Oh, I got a natural 20.
No
I got a natural 20.
way.
But roll again. Just roll a stealth. Yeah. So apparently, like your shiny white hair is just too shiny today.
Yeah.
So that one kobold that knew that you were even hiding was like, look out for the third one! To the east! In the rubble! And then it moves up to Harsk, using its second action, and then it tries to jab Harsk in the front this time with a spear.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And Harsk and Harsk is also now flat-footed.
Don't judge me by my Oh, you meant the condition.
The condition. But
Yeah, thank goodness.
still misses. Maybe I didn't do that right. I don't know, because it says it's -3, and it probably shouldn't be -3. But like, oh, actually, no, I did do that right, and it's still a crappy roll. I think I did it right. Anyway, it missed, and that is that kobold's turn. Wee woo. This last kobold, it's heard that Mary exists, but it doesn't actually know where Mary is. So it starts trying to look around and see if it spots Mary. Another 20!
No! No! No!
I think the kobolds are cheating.
Yes.
I never roll like this in D&D games. I'm just
No, you
saying.
don't.
I roll like crap. This is obviously the right color dice to have in
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds for maximum 20s.
So
So
shall I
this
do
one-
stealth?
Go ahead and do stealth. Go ahead. If you roll a nat 20, you're golden.
Oh, yeah, fucking did it.
So this kobold's
Finally!
looking around. This kobold's looking around. It's like, where is the lady? Where's the person? And it's like looking right at you at that shiny white hair. But for some reason, it thinks that's just like rubble. That's metal.
Yeah.
Like this kobold needs its eyes checked, so it doesn't pay attention to you for attack purposes. It still doesn't know that you're there, so it would qualify for sneak attack damage. And it decides to attack Fumbus instead with by throwing its spear at Fumbus from a distance.
I had an urge to sing then, but I won't.
And the spear flies past your ear, Fumbus.
Whee!
Ah, nuts!
Sucker! Miss me!
So since the kobold has moved, the kobold tried to find Mary, and the kobold attacked using all 3 of its actions. That is going to be the bottom of the round, and I think this is the one that takes 1 point of persistent fire damage, which just happened. It didn't save, so it hasn't recovered.
Okay.
So that happened automatically. That's amazing.
Cool.
And that kobold also looks a bit crispy.
Ooh.
Mary.
Would that help me recover?
So I'll move down then.
Yeah, it's your turn. You're still hidden from this
Yeah.
kobold.
Sneakity down next to this kobold, and so I click flat-footed button, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then I'll do this.
I think that's how this is set up. I don't know.
Oh, crap.
Hero point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go on, I'll do a hero point then.
Make him work. Make him work.
One of them has to work.
We need a hero point to be good for something.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
What? For crying out loud!
My God.
This is really bugging
This
me.
is terrible. So, what's that? How many's that I've done now?
That's just one attack.
That's
But you
just
did a
one-
move, didn't you?
You moved and you did 1 attack, so you have 1 more action left.
Oh, so I can do. I'm just gonna try second attack.
Yeah, you can second attack or you can take cover.
No, I'll do second attack. Oh no.
Wow.
Right,
This is
okay.
upsetting. It's just upsetting. It says that's a critical miss, but I think these bad numbers are, injury enough.
yeah.
Thanks.
I think we're all suffering some emotional damage right now, and so we're just gonna move on to Harson's turn.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling very emotionally damaged right now.
Yeah, like I don't think we're
And
psychologically
also-
prepared for this combat.
I think you're licking after your bum, and that's more likely to be the cause of the damage.
So I am going to use my one and only minor elixir of life.
Okay, so roll your d6 for your elixir. Oh,
I was so
better.
sure that was going
Much
to be a one. Phew.
and do you get a +1
still in
to
pretty
it
bad
as
shape.
well?
How do I know that?
The description of the elixir, does it say 1d6 + 1 on you? Or is
Uh,
that
I-
something because Fumbus is an alchemist? I'm looking.
Oh,
Says
the
it-
elixir restores 1d6 hit points and the bonus is +1.
Okay, alrighty. So
Yay!
then you get 6 hit points back. So you are now
Still not in great shape, but
Less wounded.
But less wounded.
Less
much better
wounded.
off. So you're not bloodied anymore, which is pretty good. Especially, there's still stains on your pants, like the blood stains, but you feel like you can sit down now.
oh, I just figured that was because I hadn't done my laundry in a while.
So that's one of your actions. You still have 2 left. What would you like to do?
I'm very, very angry at these kobolds, and I am going to, against my better judgment, swing my dwarven war axe at the one to the. I can't see the dot on the one to the north of me. Is he injured at all?
I think all the dots are you. He has 1 point of damage, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing. Which one stabbed me in the buttocks with his
The
spear?
one
To the
north
north.
of you did all of the damage to you. Pretty
North
much.
of me? Well, he's gonna taste my war axe up his you-know-what.
Yeah, he's the one who you tried to grapple and was too slippery.
Taste my war axe.
And
That's more like it.
Yay!
yeah, the kobold's like, "Come at me, bro! Come at me!" And then you swing your axe, and the kobold's like, "Yeah!"
Told ya.
And you drop that kobold with your axe.
And I was gonna say I'm not gonna pick him back up again, but actually I am going to pick him back up again and eat him.
Would you get some health back from eating the?
Oh, yes, I'm nourishing myself. Do I get hit points back for that?
I'll say
DM says this is the grossest thing she's ever heard.
I'm gonna say roll an occult check.
Ooh, a cult check. Interesting.
You're not trained in it, but I don't know. If you roll really well,
Famous lost words.
Mm.
Yeah.
nah. Yeah, you rip off the arm, or like you've like with your great axe, or with your war axe, you have sliced off the arm of this kobold. It yarks and falls to the ground, and you start gnawing on the arm like, "I will feast upon my enemies and gain their strength." And as you start gnawing, and the blood goes over your teeth, and you feel it dripping from your beard, you're like, "Wait a second, this kobold's dead."
They're harder to eat when they're alive. They squirm too much.
There's no strength left to gain from my enemies.
Well, that's unfortunate. But at least he's dead and he can't shove a spear up my butt anymore.
That's true.
I think you have 1 action left that you can take. You can step away from the kobold behind you, or whatever. You can take an attack against them with a multi-attack penalty, or you could do something else. I don't know what.
The multi-attack penalty be a plus or a +1?
It would be the +1.
Okay, I am ired at these kobolds now, so I am swinging my war axe at his face.
Alright, it's a
take
hit!
that!
Yeah, 17 hits these kobolds. So even with the multi-attack penalty, you got him. You do 5 damage. Sorry. I can't read numbers apparently. You did not drop this kobold, but it is looking in bad shape. Like,
Good.
It's at half yark right now. It's just saying. Yeah!
Half yark, oh my god.
It can't manage the whole word.
I'm literally falling out of my chair.
And
That is it for me.
that's your turn. We're on to Bumbus. Bumbus, it's your turn.
Right. I'm going to stab you. I'm going to attack the kobold in front of Hask with my sword.
I would appreciate that.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Still
what do I
hero
wanna do?
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've worked really well.
Yeah, I know.
They're there and they're not really doing anything.
And try it. You might break the pattern.
All right, I'm going to do a hero point.
Yeah, because pretty soon we're gonna have to start calling them dud points.
Yep. Continue to call them dud points.
They're dud points. All right. Just see how we can script renaming those in Fantasy Grounds, because there's nothing heroic happening here with these points.
All right. In that case, I want to shove Humanoid 2.
Okay.
Make him do another action. So that is athletics.
they're called humans at this point, but I'm going to reveal that yeah, they are kobolds. Like after Harsk tried eating the arm, Harsk was like, yeah, they're definitely kobolds.
Okay.
Tastes like
Looks
a
like
kobold.
kobolds. Smells like kobold. Tastes like kobold. It's a kobold.
It's gotta be.
I don't know what the DC would be, but I got a 16.
I need to do a fortitude saving throw, I think.
Okay. I mean, that's one of my better throws today so far.
Were you doing that to number 2?
Number 2, yeah.
Number 2 is what we're rolling like today.
Yeah. What's that about? They rolled a 13, so you grapple them, or did whatever you were doing to them. You were grappling, right?
Shove.
Shoving? Okay, so you shove them. It's a success. It's not a critical success, but you shove them 5 feet away from you.
Yes.
So, and it's a straight line, so they're like shoved back here.
Cool. Okay.
Nicely done.
I just want to force them to it in action, really. So that is me done.
All right. It is now that kobold's turn, and it's like, wise guy. And it rears back, and it's gonna throw a spear at you. It hits with a 15. Doing 5 damage. And it looks around. This is one that was aware that Mary's around, but it sees that, okay, we're outnumbered now. So it's going to decide that, hey, we're outnumbered. Let's not risk it. And it starts trying to run away. And it gets to the door, and that's where it's going to stop on its turn. Next kobold. It's aware Mari is there, so it's going to try to like stab Mari with its spear. Misses with a 17.
Bloody hell.
Nice AC, Mari.
And it steps away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of these guys, they're like huddled at the door, ready to like, scurry off. Run away! Run away! Ah! Yeah! One of them takes persistent fire damage, but the effect ends on them. They save. And the effect wears off. So there's no more kobolds on fire.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Mary, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move to there, and I'm going to chuck a dagger at number 2.
Okay, chuck away. All right, you hit with an 18. And I'm going to say you get sneak attack damage. They're flat-footed because they're between a closed door and Harsk.
Let me do another d6 then.
Just to finish him off because he's dying according
Another
to that.
D6, yeah.
Boom. There you go. He's got to be dead now.
Oh, yeah.
Woot.
So it's just like this lone kobold in the corner.
Yeah. And it's about to get another dagger chucked at it.
And it's looking pretty bad.
But she's jumping up and down going, get in, Mary, get in!
Well, I'm going to do my second attack on that one then.
Okay. $15 isn't quite enough.
Boo.
Hero point.
Okey-doke. That's me done.
Alrighty. Harsk. It's up to you. There's
Okay.
one kobold remaining. Just
Not for
trying
long.
to get out the door.
This kobold is going to meet my dwarven Warax.
Hey.
Hit with an 18.
Whoops, I nearly tried the wrong weapon on there. That'll do ya.
Yeah, you drop him with your war axe. So the kobolds
And
are
then I
no
drop
more.
him down my gullet.
It's just like nom 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 nom.
Exactly. Crunchy bones.
And stay down.
All the way down the hatch.
Down the hatch, right?
Cheers.
Wow.
What's the dessert?
I toss you another healing potion.
I appreciate that.
So, Fumbus, you've got a little bit of boo boos too. Not quite as bad as your friend Harsk, but
I
Did you
have.
just nearly call me farts?
I did almost. I stumbled and almost called you farts. It was all that bug damage earlier.
All right, so I pass the potion to Hask, but I'm gonna take one myself. So I'm down to 9 of them now.
I appreciate you sharing the wealth.
There you go.
I'm
So
feeling much better now.
I've passed it to you, so I'm not going to be responsible for your roll.
So as you have a chance to heal up and gnaw on the bodies, you have a chance to examine your foes. Some of the kobolds seem to be carrying dried fish, stolen from the fishery.
Anybody want that? Because
Clearly they were involved.
Mhm.
But Harsk, feel like there's not nearly enough fish here.
I would definitely like more fish, but I will not turn down the fish that is there.
You're like, there's fish, and you're putting in your own pockets, now that you found it, it's finders keepers, right?
Absolutely.
But it's not the barrel's worth that we're missing from the basement above.
Okay.
I'm not the greatest with numbers, but yes, there seems to be a lack of fish compared to the amount of fish I thought should be here.
Well, I mean, fish accountancy is probably one of your strong suits.
There aren't many things I can count, but anything food oriented, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, fish counting is a special case.
Okay, but when we came in, you said they were trying to get through that gate to the south.
Yeah, they're trying to get through the gate. It is a locked gate cell made of steel.
Pick lock.
Tell you could use your thieves' tools to try to pick the lock.
I will totally do that.
You know, I too have thieves' tools, and I am skilled in thievery. So if Mary fails to do it, I might have a crack.
Do I do thievery? Yeah. Roll a
Yeah.
thievery thing.
And Fumbus, if you wanted to, you could assist
Oh, could I
her.
assist? Yeah.
If you can roll a check, and if you succeed, she can add +2 to her check.
But do I just roll my thievery check then?
Yeah,
Oh, screw that.
you're no help at all. So it's just you're just
Sorry.
you're like at her elbow. I know thieves' tools really
geez,
good.
I rolled the same bloody thing.
Roll, use a hero point.
All right, yeah.
If not, point to the gate and look at Hask and go, Chad!
That might work.
Oh God.
I don't
Bonnie.
know what to do
So-
with these hero points, these dud points.
I don't know what to do about these crappy rolls.
I'm gonna give everybody another hero point because they're so crappy.
They are not doing what.
It's like they're anti-hero points.
They're not
They're not-
helping.
They are
so-
anti-hero points, yeah.
It's not doing what it says on the tin, Bonnie.
They don't feel very heroic.
I want that as a sound clip. They're not doing what they say on the tin, buddy.
So I'm just gonna give you more of this useless thing. Since they're not doing anything, might as well give you guys more.
Can I just do a straight thievery check? Then can I just nudge Mary out of the way and go?
Yeah,
Who's on there?
Sure. Let me try. Let me try.
And
See? Woohoo!
Finally.
Fumbus knew what they were doing all along.
Oh dear.
God.
So
I apologise for shouting.
the lock pops open as Fumble jiggles it a little bit. Fumbus, you're just like, see, Mary, you just had to jiggle it. Just jiggle it.
Thanks. Very helpful.
And what you find, these crates, most of them are long spoiled food. and stained cloth.
Yum!
Like the food, it's plenty of kimchi for you to have with your dried fish.
Okay, I'll take it.
But you also find that one of the crates contains a small pile of treasure
Ooh.
worth 200 silver, a gold ring worth about 5 gold pieces, and a beautiful +1 short sword. A magic weapon. And somebody in this party uses short swords.
Yeah, I do.
She were right in there then, wasn't she?
I don't. Have at it.
So Mary's kind of like, well, I'll be having that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also
More food?
Harsk notices that there is this gorgeous set of hinged metal plates with studs on the inside of each plate that provide texture. And you're like, oh, this is that fabled wondrous item. A waffle iron.
Oh, I've wanted one of these.
So yeah, stuff for everybody. Stuff for everybody.
Oh, great.
Waffles. I'm making breakfast tomorrow.
Party inventory. I will add these things.
Waffle iron makes up for the bad rolls.
I mean, it's nice, definitely.
Oh, so if you put my name against it, does it mean it automatically goes in my what is it?
I'm gonna award it, yeah, so you'll automatically get it. Waffle iron to Harsk, and I guess the gold ring to Fumba.
Ooh, it improves your attack penalty on your second attack and third attack.
Alright, so everybody got some
Nice.
silver, everybody got a thing, got a shiny. You know those kobolds were just after the waffle iron.
Yeah,
Well, it's mine now.
fish waffles.
It's the most precious.
That's a great idea. Making us fish waffles for breakfast.
Fish waffles. Right. So they were in here. What else? Sorry, what else is in this room then? So they were trying to escape. You said there was a door to the north.
There's a
Is
door
that
to
the?
the north that they were trying to escape through. The door does not appear to be locked. It's just it was closed, and it's a heavy stone door.
Okay, but there's no other exit out of there apart from the one we came in.
Correct. Looking around the cell, like obviously the kobolds seem to be looking for to see if there's more fish or something in the cell, or trying to get the waffle iron. And they weren't able to get in yet.
Darn right they weren't.
But yeah, the path to the north is the only way forward.
I guess we're going that way.
Yeah, but maybe there'll be another waffle iron. Or more fish.
Maybe if there's kobolds.
As you push open the door to the north, you see a short hallway with smooth walls of worked stone, and there's a door at the opposite end, though the door at the far end is also closed, and the floor is tiled with large square stone tiles.
Should we check for traps?
Everybody make a perception check.
Can I just say as well, did you do a roll for your hit points, Hask, to get some back from that
Oh,
elixir?
that's right.
Oh, I need a D6?
D6.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it's D6 plus 1, isn't it? That means I've got all my hit points back. I forgot.
It's super healthy.
So I get another 4 back?
Yes.
Yes. Right, perception, sorry.
Slowly getting there.
So, Harsk, you're good. Mary, you're good. Everybody but Fumbus is like, "Aw, dang, this hallway's trapped."
It looks fine to me.
Yeah, it's trapped.
But
Mary's
But-
like, no, dummy. There's a pressure plate up there at the north side of the hall, and she points up to the ceiling, and Harsk is like, "Yeah, right," and he points up to the ceiling too. He's like, "Look, there's
I mean,
a bunch
even
of,
I can see it.
there's a bunch
I don't
of
see any
rocks.
plates. There's no plates.
It's a net right there with rocks. They're just gonna dump them on you if you step on this pressure plate at the opposite end of the hall.
I squint.
You don't see it.
You just stay behind us.
Okay.
But yeah, you've Harsk and Mary have spotted there's a pressure plate that seems to have a spring-loaded trap of falling rocks over the opposite door.
That would probably hurt if it fell on your head.
It's like a kind of like a loose floor tile.
To be honest, I would be happier if it fell on your head than if it fell on my head, but I still would not like it to fall on anybody's head.
So try and disable it.
Yes, roll a disable device check.
What does that come under?
Thieves' tools. Thievery skill check.
Thievery. I'm tempted to say, should I assist? But last time I rolled so bad.
Whoever's trained.
I am definitely not trained in thievery.
I am trained. It's just that all right. Well, I still no use. Sorry.
So you both of you, Fumbus and Mary, you walk up to where the tile is in the floor, where you think the spring load trap is, and Mary starts to investigate, and she's just about got it. And Fumbus, you nudge her over, and you're like, "Are you jiggling it? You just have to jiggle it," and you manage to set the trap off.
Oh. Oopsie.
Oh dear.
But
I blame the dice. Dice have been against us from the start.
You didn't critically fail. So I'm gonna say the trap was set off, but like it did not hit you. Yeah. We're gonna move forward. I'm like, let's move forward. To the next room. To the next room.
So is it just straight up?
Straight up to the next room.
Yeah, I can't see out.
Click on yourself just in case.
Clicked on myself and it's not.
It's probably because there's a freaking door in your way.
I was about to say Haskell's disappeared, but Mary sat on top of him. So
maybe I will move you into the next room.
Yeah.
Why is it being a big butthole? It won't let me. Honestly.
I can see someone now.
I had to freaking open the doors.
Wow.
This is why I don't do this. I am not so detail oriented that I'm like, I want to mess with that. If it's a fancy animation or something visible, like when you fought the Abalin and 1 minute it's posing as a fountain and then you fight it and it's no longer there. Okay, I'll change that on the map. But like doors, we don't need no stinking doors.
We don't need no stinking doors.
Okay, you guys are in the next room. I'm saying, I'm calling it here. You're in the next room. So, stepping over the rubble, the door to this chamber silently glides open to reveal a long room. There are 2 stone statues of priests that stand in the corners along one side of the room, facing toward a towering statue of a man holding out both of his hands, palms up. In front of the statue is a stone altar holding 9 golden coins. A voice booms out from the statue. In my hands, I judge the value of all wealth, raising up whichever is greater. One of these coins is a deception. Find it using only 2 judgments and receive my blessing. I'm going to open up some arts.
Could you give us a hint?
If I can find
okay.
where I placed.
Shit, it's a oh damn it, all to hell. It's a riddle. You have to find the false coin, and you have to do it by weighing. Oh no!
So you got like these two hands facing out with you, and the altar top has these 9 coins on it. And the hands are outstretched towards you, almost like they're the two sides of a scale.
It's something to do with you have to take so many coins and put it in each. So, like, if you took 4, if you put 4 on one hand and 4 on the other, if they weighed exactly the same, you would know that the coin left out is. But we don't know whether it's lighter or or heavier, do we?
Well, I'm thinking if we put 4 in each hand, if they don't weigh exactly the same, yeah, that's still going to only narrow down to one of 2, though. And since we only get 2 actions.
And then it's something about
before it resets.
Okay. I know exactly which book I've read this in. Can I come back to you in about a couple of days?
I know I've seen this before, but I do not remember it at all.
It's something. You start off with that, and then if they don't weigh the same, it's something to do with you swap the coins. Do you swap the one that's out? God damn my brain, I can't remember. Raising up whichever is greater. One of these coins is a so we don't know if the fake coin is heavier or lighter, no?
You don't know if the fake coin is heavier or lighter. You just know it weighs something different.
Okay.
One of these coins is not like the others.
And there's 9 of them. Tell me, can you move any of those coins, or are they locked?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. I did it to help visually, so you can like say, okay, these are the ones I'm putting in this hand, and these are the ones I'm putting in this hand. These are the ones I'm leaving on the altar when they get measured. And
How do we measure then?
I'm still trying to think. It's so what to do with you weigh them and then you swap out.
well, let's say it knows it should measure when you take all the coins off, but you don't have to necessarily put in hands. Like any coins you're not using, if you pick them up and hold them in your own hands, then the thing will know to like take a judgment.
Wait a minute. Before we do anything, we're putting these coins in groups of 4.
Or are you thinking groups of 3?
Thinking groups of 3?
And I'll also say that, let's just say that the fake coin weighs less. Because isn't that the way it usually is in real life? Like, it's made of a cheaper metal or something?
Possibly, yeah. All right, so yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? So if we weigh 3 of each.
Right, so if we weigh 3, we're going to know right
one
away
of the groups is
which
wrong.
one of those groups, yes, and we'll know. So it will be the lighter group. So if we weigh 2 groups and they're the same, we'll know the fake coin is in the. And you said it's a counterfeit coin, right? It's not just a different coin; it's an actual counterfeit coin.
Yeah, we'll just say for the purposes of it's different.
It
weighs less than.
Okay, so yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? So if we weigh them 2 sets of 3, and say for example the hand on the left went up higher, which means it's lighter, then that means the fake coin's in that group.
Okay, once we figure out which group the fake coin is in,
then we can just
weigh 2 coins from that group, and if they're the same, it's the one left over. If not, whichever one is later. So
that's it. Yes.
And
we're geniuses.
Yes, you're geniuses. I'll also say that the statue has like a little slot in its mouth, so like when you identify the coin that you think is the fake one, you can just put it inside their mouth.
Wait, are the coins edible?
I don't know.
Because if they're edible, I'd kind of like a crack at that.
as part of the process, Harsk will like gnaw on all the coins.
I mean, that would be
Oh,
more than 2
Harsk.
steps, but
None of them are made of chocolate. You determine
Oh.
that.
How about fish or kobold?
None of them are made of fish or kobold.
Anything edible at all?
No, they all
Keep
seem
in
to,
mind that my standards for edible are probably much different than
they
yours.
all seem to be metal. So if you want to just swallow the coins, we can wait a couple days to come back and try again.
I mean, that would be kind of messy, but it would work.
But is this the combination you want to test first?
I mean, I don't suppose it really matters, does it? So
I'm failing to see a loophole, but you know, if there is one, you know, now's the time to speak up.
it makes sense. Talking it through like
is
that made
not
complete
something-
sense.
Yeah, that is not something that Harsk often does, so I am very proud of that.
Okay, let's go with that.
All right. So you've arranged the coins. You put 3 in one hand, 3 in another hand, and you take the other 3. And the statue makes its judgment. And one of the arms begins to move. The one on the left facing you, like from the direction you're facing, the one on the left raises up. It weighs more than the one on the right.
The one on the left goes up because it weighs more.
Right.
Oh, it wouldn't go up if it weighed less?
Well, the description says raising up whatever is greater, so that's
Oh,
why I
okay.
did it.
All right, so we're saying these 3 weigh more. So the fake one's in this group.
Right.
So if we
So then if we weigh 2 of the coins in that group,
so if these 2 weigh
they're
the same,
it's
one's
the
a
one
fake.
left over. Otherwise, we'll see one of the hands go up and we'll know it's the other one.
Yes.
Right, so you trigger it again.
Okay,
Yeah.
frankly, I just kind of amazed
Again,
myself a little.
The left hand raises up.
So it's
Weighing
3.
It's one in the right hand. Right?
So you take out the coin number 3. You
And slot it.
You put it in the slot of the statue, and you hear a whir and a clink, and real coins fall to the floor.
It's a slot machine.
Worthy of 9 gold. 9 gold, and with them come 3 pieces of gum.
Oh, excellent.
I pick one up and lick it.
I don't have that.
If you don't like it, I'll still eat it. I don't mind if it's licked.
Pretend everybody has bubble gum now, and there's 9 gold, which I'm going to distribute amongst the party.
Does the bubblegum give you health back?
Yeah, sure. Roll up
Good
to 4.
idea.
So roll a d4 and you get that much health back from the gumball.
I don't need any. Can I save mine?
You can totally save your gumball.
Okay.
Why do I have to roll ones on the
wrong
important
one, hang
stuff?
on. I need one hit point back anyway. So.
Just swap with Harsk.
All right, note to self: make gumball.
Got any more gumballs in there?
Actually, do you know what? I'm going to give mine to Harsk.
Okay.
You don't have to do that, but that's very nice.
No.
You.
Do it. Do it.
So another D4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big money, big money. Well,
Better.
I almost feel like myself again.
Harsk, you're practically healed, and Mari is completely healed.
That's better than impractically healed.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right.
I'm fully healed. Fully
Yep.
healed.
So, I mean, you guys are practically healed in every way. You also, with the adjustment of that statue, you hear this whirring, creaking sound of gears unlocking in a door to the northeast part of the room.
I guess we go that way. I'm going to move myself because we were actually in front of that statue anyway, weren't we? So, northeast, that side, yeah?
It's this little door here. I think I've opened it. I don't know. Have I opened it?
Well, it's got a picture on it, so.
I'm clicking
No.
it. It's doing jack, but I'm
It
clicking
says closed.
Can I delete the door? I may have to, because I'm clicking on the door won't do anything.
It's annoying, but also kind of cool. I didn't realize Fantasy Grounds would let you have openable doors.
It's
Mm.
like more things since the Unity happened that they've added in.
I mean, you would think it would let us open it as players once we got to it, if that was the case.
I don't know why it's not working, but for whatever reason.
No admittance.
I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it too, and it's not happening.
I can throw a flask at it if you want. Burn it.
I could try and pick it.
If I can smell fish or kobolds or something like that on the other side, I might be inspired to break it down.
There we go.
So let's pretend you got in that room. Can you see it on the map at all?
No, it's all black.
I don't know what the deal is, and I don't cotton to these newfangled technologies. So, I don't know how to get rid of it. Because it's not working like the other one. Oh, let me try this other thing. I also remind me later to give you experience points for doing all the stuff you've done.
I also accept food.
You got bubblegum.
Only one piece.
2 pieces.
Right, I forgot.
A
2 pieces.
Penny piece. Okay, here's a little slice of what it looks like, but underwhelming. It's a safe. A room with a safe in it.
Is the safe safe?
The small chamber contains an old wooden chest emblazoned with a symbol the symbol of a key. Behind the chest is a massive contraption of gears and pulleys that look like the inner workings of some unseen device. When you first enter, the room is dark, but you can see shafts of light coming from the wall on the north side, and there are tiny holes in the wall that allow you to peek through.
Be careful. I was in a restroom with those once. I don't talk about that part of my life anymore.
You guys can do a perception check. I think
that's back to that room perception chest. Oh dear. Oh, better.
Eyes are watering from allergies and laughing, and I can't see which one is perception on my sheet.
Mary is all like, I don't know what's up this store. The store just seems weird.
I think Mary was disturbed by the story from Harsk.
Harsk, you peek through the holes to the north in the wall.
Not for the first time.
They're smaller than you've encountered before.
That's what she said.
Just eyeball diameter. So you can't make out much of anything. But you realize, oh, it's a kobold standing watch. And you hear the voices of more kobolds out of sight. They're talking about the boss's new pet and plans. Oh, he's got lots of stuff in store for the town above. And other various whispers of Yark and what you doing next weekend.
I don't want to know these kobolds that well. These holes are bad enough.
Fumbus, you are focused on the chest and you're like, hey, this chest isn't locked.
It's locked or isn't locked, sorry.
It is unlocked.
Okay. Can I check it for any traps?
Sure.
Never mind.
You don't think there are any traps.
Then I carefully open the chest.
You spin the handle on it. I mean, actually, maybe lefty loosey.
Well,
And
does
it
it
moves
look...
to the side, and you pull open the door, and it's not trapped. And there's treasure inside.
Ooh.
This seems too easy, much
That-
like the kind of person who puts holes like that in a wall.
Yeah.
Mary, now that you see what the other people in your party are doing, do like a thievery check.
Yes. Ugh.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, it does seem pretty easy. It does seem pretty easy. You're feeling a little bit resentful that Fumbus is being an effective thief right now.
Yeah. It's like, why am I even here? Why even bother?
What are these dead points? But you find about 200 copper and 24 silver and coin in this chest. You find a bolt of fine silk cloth, a lovely emerald
Anything to eat?
that's worth a little bit of money, a scroll of magic missile, so if you like to eat paper, that might come in handy. Or afterwards, after all the kobolds you've been eating, maybe that'll come in handy too later on.
Yeah, for some other reason.
And you find a box of waffle mix.
Mine!
Can an alchemist use that magic missile scroll? Do I have that ability?
I don't think so.
Dan!
I mean, I have to double check, and I'll put that down as a thing to check about whether or not people can actually use scrolls. Because, like in other games, you can maybe read a scroll, but there's a skill check to whether you pull it off.
Because
if you don't have training in that particular type of magic.
Yeah, I've got +4 to Arcana, but I'm not trained in it, so it would be just,
And
I would imagine,
off the
just
top of my
trying.
head, I don't know how it works, like whether or not you have to be trained in certain things to be able to use a scroll, or whether this is just loot you sell off to a magic shop or something.
Okay. Yeah.
And buy more pancake mix with the money.
Obviously.
So we're taking the stuff to sell.
So yeah, you have this
That's
loot.
what.
I made a note for myself that I need to create a box of waffle mix for Harsk. Does anybody want any particular things tagged with their name?
Just the waffle mix.
Okay. I will put Fumbus' name on the scroll just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put Mary's name on the emerald. Because it's a gem. As well as the bolt of fine cloth, because you know whoever does fencing in this town.
Oh, fencing of stolen goods.
Fencing of stolen goods.
Not garden fencing.
I was picturing like people in the
fighting.
face mask and the epis and stuff like that.
I was like, do they wear silk when they do fencing? I don't, you know.
You've got the shiny new short sword, so maybe you know those people too.
No.
So I've distributed the booty. The only thing left in the party gold is a copper, one little single copper coin. But you're all like well richer than you were beforehand.
We have done well for money in this session.
You got quite a bit of monies this session. And now there is a door to the north of you once you leave that room. And Harsk is, I'm assuming you're kind enough to mention that you saw a kobold standing watch.
Well, yes,
in the room.
There's a kobold standing watch in that room.
There seem to be like some more kobolds in the next room. And I think that is where we will wrap up. So kicking off the next session with how you guys tackle this room that has more kobolds in it.
Hmm.
If we can get
Kobolds
into it.
go well. Kobold waffles. This has possibilities.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Great.
Very cool.
Alrighty. So the next time we play will be the first weekend. May? Holy cow.
How
Yeah.
are we in May already?
How I don't understand.
Oh my god, time flies when you don't know what you're doing.
Now it will be May 7th.
Okay, that's fine. I just
Holy
want to
moly.
let Rich know that it's the coronation of King Charles the day before that.
Yes. Yes.
Alright. I didn't know that. I think Google's just put that in because I didn't put that in there.
Yeah.
Make sure to mark your social calendar.
Oh, I know.
Hmm.
I haven't received my invitation yet. It's clearly lost in the mail.
Yeah, mine too.
It's just busy. You get around to it. Right, 7:15 again?
Yes, for you it'll be 7:15, and for us it'll be 2:15
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Eastern Standard. And
Okay.
and for things that don't apply to even our next D&D session is
15th?
the
No,
fif- it
yes.
is the 15th. Yes, the 15th,
Cool.
Saturday the 15th
Right.
Cool.
at the 1 of the clock Eastern Standard Time.
Indeed, we are back to normal
Wait,
time.
Yeah, you just had daylight savings end or begin or whatever.
I can never keep that straight.
End of
It just
March.
needs to
Yeah.
go away.
I wish they would.
Huzzah! Well,
Huzzah!
I'm amazed you guys got exactly how far I hoped you would get today.
And
I'm
I
amazed we did that puzzle.
I'm amazed
I
too.
am amazed that I ate a kobold and I liked it.
And I'm I ate a kobold and I liked it.
Been a whole different vibe if they'd have sang that.
You know I'm gonna have to filk that now.
I'm also very disappointed in hero points.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very.
I think we all are.
Anti-hero points.
Not what it says on the tin.
Mm-hmm.
Do better, hero points.
Yes, by next
Yes.
month.
Get your act together. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you
Yeah,
have a
cool.
Thank you. That was great.
It was lots of fun.
Enjoyable day. And I'm so excited we did other things other than just attacking. I think that was pretty cool. You guys got to do some neat things.
Yeah, their notes are helpful. Yeah, really good.
I still wish picking up the kobold and using it as a weapon had worked, but maybe
I
next
wish
time.
it had worked, but yeah, that is still always an option. Like grappling kobold and then using them as a weapon is totally viable in this game system.
You could have used him as a shield.
You could have done that too. You could have
Just
grappled the kobolds
popped it to my head, yeah.
and then used them as a shield.
Anyway.
So many
Next time.
options, and one of the wonders of Pathfinder is it seems that they have crunched for it. They've allowed for all of these things as part of your
to
action economy.
make up for hero points not working.
Yeah,
That's
to
why
make
there's
up
all
for-
these extra
To make up for
your
the
hero
hero
points don't work.
being a crock of
Can't
shit.
give them hero. Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
give them hero points, so let's give them something else.
Oh dear.
No
Yeah.
functional rerolls.
Right. See you all again in a bit.
Alrighty. Bye.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.